welcome to the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show right here on Camnet TV. Thank you so much for joining us. We are live on Top Star Channel 106, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and on the Kenstream app as Camnet TV. Do join us and make sure that you leave a comment. I'm Tapelo Joe Smarter. This morning, we've reached far and wide and we've managed to get the UPND media member, Mr. Kelvin Chifokolo, to come and discuss a number of national issues. Mr. Chifokolo, good to see you and welcome.
Thank you so much, Tapelo Joe Smarter, for hosting me this morning. And indeed, greetings to all the viewers out there. It is not easy waking up early in the morning to feature or to watch TV. The weather is weathering out there, and it is only those that are going to brave the weather and follow the happenings in the nation. Greetings to the Red family, the United Party for National Development, and all those that are watching. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome, Mr. Chifokolo. Dear viewers, you can come through and be part of this discussion, engage us on our various social media platforms. Let's get into it. Yesterday, we were at the UPND Secretariat and we saw a candidate being announced, Mr. Mfunelo, who was nominated or adopted by the governing UPND party. Of course, there have been some talks from different sectors regarding this particular candidate. My question is this the UPND now listening to the Zambian people? We noticed that that's a youthful candidate that was adopted.
Thank you so much. To respond to your question, is it now that the UPND are listening to? UPND has been listening to the people out there, ordinary members, citizens. Any candidate that the UPND has been picking in these by-elections is as a result of listening to the people.
Okay.
And so, kudos to my party, kudos to the national chairman, Mr. Collins Maoma, the national youth chairperson, Gilbert Liswaniso. These are people that have been in Mfue or Shimanda for a number of weeks, interacting with our structures, talking to businessmen and women in Mfue, talking to traditional leaders in Mfue, in coming up with a candidate. And so, even when we received the demise of former president, by then this team that I'm talking about of Gilbert Liswaniso were in Mfue.
Okay.
And when they heard that the former president has died, the youth national chairperson went to his social media handle pages, and he posted that because of the funeral, we have suspended our engagement with our party structures, traditional leaders, faith-based organization, men and women of God, and the community in Mfue, so that we can mourn. Then thereafter, we'll get back to business. And even when the national mourning was cancelled, this particular team went back to Mfue. They continued with the interaction, mobilizing and talking to people which candidate we're going to have. Let me, report to you, Smarter, that we had more than 8 candidates applying to stand on the UPND ticket in Mfue. That goes to show you that UPND, I've said it a time without number, that where we are seated or where things are now, UPND cannot talk about a stronghold. We have changed the way politics are done. There is nothing like this is a stronghold for this particular political party, this is a stronghold for this. We have, leveled the playing field. Each and every political party, you are free to go and sell your manifesto. Right now, UPND is not a political party that is strong in Northwestern, that is strong in Southern or Western. This is a political party that is strong in all the 10 provinces. And Mfue will be litmus test. Once we get Mfue, you know, because where we are seated now, we've got 2 members of parliament in Luapula where we didn't even produce a single member of parliament in 2021. But today, as we speak, we have 2 members of parliament representing the UPND in Luapula province. Not only that, not long ago again, we produced a member of parliament in Lumezi. Let me report to you that in 2016, people of Lumezi voted for an independent member of parliament or candidate. In 2021, same was repeated. They voted for an independent member of parliament. But this time around, they decided to go with the UPND because of the policies and how people's lives are changed. Today we can talk about a member of parliament representing Lumezi coming from the governing United Party for National Development. You've talked about listening, and you've talked about a youthful candidate that the UPND has picked. The president is on record. The leadership, the national chairman, the secretary general, all these leaders are on record telling aspiring candidates that if you are popular on the ground, can you make it impossible for the party to overlook you? So our encouragement to people that are aspiring even up to 2026 is that, can you make it hard for the party to overlook you? Can you make it very hard for the party not to adopt you? If you are a strong candidate, whether you are a woman, whether you are a man, whether you are a youth, whether you are a person with a disability, as long as you are strong on the ground, as a UPND, the leaders have said, can you make it tough for us not to adopt you? And so here we are, a youthful candidate in Mfue. This is the person that we are presenting to the people out there, the people of Mfue. And without any doubt, there are people that applied. Like I've said, more than 8 people that wanted to stand. And at the end of the day, there can only be 1 person adopted, and there can only be 1 winner at a given time. And we are confident, as the fighting in will be done today. I know the team is in Mfue, the leadership of the UPND are in Mfue, to make sure that they accompany our candidate. Once we file in, campaigns start, without any doubt, we know that we are getting Mfue constituency.
My question to you, Mr. Chifokolo, is that you are saying you have been winning these by-elections post 2021. Isn't this the power of incumbency that you are enjoying? This is a result why you are winning these parliamentary seats, including by-elections for councillors. Aren't you enjoying the power of incumbency?
Well, in any given election, when you say, are you not enjoying the powers of incumbency, don't forget that UPND was also in the opposition at one point.
Okay.
And the PF were in government. And when the PF were in power, there were by-elections, be it at ward level, at constituency level. And today, when we talk about Zambia not having a strong opposition, the opposition will come and say, no, Zambians are your opposition. We agree. Zambians can be the opposition to the UPND. And that is why when they cry or when they say, can you do something here? The UPND and the New Dawn administration is to listen and implement or work on the problems or challenges that people are facing. But coming to the opposition, when we say the opposition is not strong, they tell us to say, okay, the people are strong. Yes, okay. These are the very people that we are appealing to. When we were in the opposition, we were offering credible checks and balances, credible opposition, and that is why, as an opposition political party then, we could even give those who were in power not to enjoy the power of incumbency. They were by-election, and we were managing to win.
Okay.
I remember the youthful, parliamentarians whom we had then. I can even mention their names. We had the likes of Poniso Njeulu, Grayford Monde, Richo Siamnene, Kafwaya, my good black belt man in Masumba. These, when they went with the PF, we went with them in an election. We wired them.
Okay. You
can talk about Romeo Kangombe today, who came into parliament as a result of a by-election after the demise of the then member of parliament. We were in the opposition and we managed to win. So there are examples that I can give of by-elections that were held then when UPND were in opposition. You can talk about, Katuba, Bambi Kapalasa, came into parliament as a member of the UPND after the demise of our then mother, who was the member of parliament, and we were in the opposition. The governing party, then PF, went into that by-election, did some roads, we went into that by-election with a message, and we managed to convince people of Katuba, who ended up voting for a member from the opposition, who was Bambi Kapalasa. And so it doesn't stop anyone. Whether you can talk about power of incumbency or these elections, for example, the PF managed to win Petauke. So when you talk about the power of incumbency, they managed to win the Petauke. You can talk about UPPZ winning a by-election in Kanchibia, in a ward. So the power of incumbency is neither here nor there. We are in an election, we are in a competition. Can you present a strong candidate? Once you do that, we have managed, we've lost some by-elections. I can tell you where we are from 2021. We've lost 2 parliamentary, by-elections. So the power of incumbency, where is it? We lost in Petauke, we lost in Kaungu. Okay. Parliamentary by-election. At local government level, even in Chirundu, we lost one independent candidate. We picked, our own candidate, whom we were told was strong, went into that by-election. An independent, candidate is the one who is leading that ward in Chirundu. I've given you an example of UPPZ winning a ward by-election in Kanchibia. So the power of incumbency, it is neither here nor there. We are in a competition. Once the opposition puts their house in order, maybe, and I'm saying maybe, they can give us a tough, game or a tough run for the money. But as things stand, you've seen how it has been. You are in the media as Camnet. I've been following, I've been watching. I haven't seen an opposition unveiling a candidate. That is how it was even in Lumezi. We had over 15 people applying to stand on the UPND ticket in Lumezi. The number was trimmed to 8, to 7. Out of the 7, we picked a candidate in Honorable Rufeyo Ngoma. It was at the secretariat. You came as Camnet, you covered that press. Tell me which other opposition political party held a press briefing to announce the candidate. None. Maybe they were banking on people that were going to be left, and we have that information and that evidence that some political parties were busy coercing and rehearsing with those who had applied to stand on the UPND, that just come, we are going to adopt you. But that is how they ended up coming up with a candidate and showing that no, actually this person has been strong, actually this person that has been adopted by the UPND failed in Chasefu, so he can't even manage in Lumezi. Here we are today as we speak. Honorable Rufeyo Ngoma is in parliament, and last week he gave his maiden speech.
Okay. Let's go back to the northern part of Zambia, Mr. Chifokolo. There have been reports, accusations, allegations suggesting that your party wanted to assassinate one opposition political party leader. It's all over social media. Let me get it from you. And as you answer this question, I beg you not to include Camnet because we didn't report that. Mr. Chifokolo, let me be very categorical.
You are reading my mind. I don't know why you are
I'm reading your mind.
Why are you? Your job is to ask me questions and then I respond. I don't know why you want to gag me.
I'm not gagging
you want to direct me how I should respond to questions. Mr. Smata, your job is to ask me questions. Then I respond to those questions. If I'm going to injure Camnet, I'm a man of my words. I will apologize if there is need to apologize. But if no one at Camnet is going to be injured, then we leave it like that.
Okay. So there are allegations that there was an assassination attempt engineered by your party, the governing UPND, to one opposition political party leader in the name of Harry Kalaba yesterday. It was reported widely, but let me make a disclaimer that Camnet TV did not report that because we believe in facts and we believe in reporting objectively. Let me put that on record.
Thank you so much, Tapelo Joe. Smarter. And I've seen a lot of people asking UPND as well as IBA that why are you allowing, some radio or TV stations or print media or papers to be tarnishing the image of the UPND and misleading the public by reporting or carrying stories that are unverified. Well, we as a party, we have made it very clear that we are going to do things differently. And Tapelo Joe Smarter, you and I have been in the media for years. And from the time that we formed government, no cadre has invaded a TV or a radio station to host out, somebody who is being interviewed or to slap. Why am I bringing these? Because videos are there. It is a reality that where we are coming from, if you go to Kabwe, there is that incident of somebody who was in the opposition and he was appearing on radio. Cadre has invaded that radio station, slapped him in the presence of the interviewer. You can talk of that incident in Luapula where my president, now Republican president, was being featured via phone, and some cadres thought it was live. They invaded that radio station and started harassing, the interviewer. We have said as UPND that that is not the route we are taking.
Okay.
No wonder the only appeal we can make is to IBA that can you censor, can you give a reminder to these TV and radio stations that are now trying to be the opposition in Zambia by carrying unverified and factual, reports. When I saw that report that there was an assassination attempt, I reached out to my brothers. I can mention their names here because at the end of that story, it was attributed that the vehicle, the Mercedes-Benz, which was involved in that accident, belongs to an IPS UPND in Northwestern Province. And so when I saw that, I called my two brothers, one Mbasera, who is IPS, Northwestern. Secondly, I called Kazadi, who is Deputy IPS. And my call and my question was very, simple. The first question was, where are you? The second was, why have you allowed your vehicle? Why have you given that person a vehicle? Your vehicle. Okay. And the first answer was, we are in Solwezi. The second, we are with our cars. Then I told them, I had to send the stories to them to say, here it is purported. This is a damage to your party, first of all, as a person, because if someone is going to allege and say, there's a vehicle that has been involved in an accident, and this vehicle, the driver was targeting this individual, and this vehicle belongs to Tapelo Joe Smarter or Camnet TV, you have to be worried. Because the name of the institution or your name as Tapelo Joe is being brought into a debate which is very unnecessary. So I called my two brothers and I told them, say, okay, this is a story. And it is alleged that this vehicle belongs to you, Mbasera, or it belongs to you, Kazadi. Okay. Indeed, my brothers went to the police station and they found the very person who was involved in an accident because he was wrapped up. Videos are all over social media. When his keys were being grabbed, when he's being, handed out of that vehicle, others were even on top of the vehicle, he was being beaten on the ground, he was taken to the police. And when they rushed to the police, they discovered that he was at the police. And this is an individual who is not a UPND, he's non-partisan. He doesn't belong to UPND.
The driver of the vehicle?
The driver of the vehicle, the very person in a green t-shirt. Okay. Is not a member of the UPND. That vehicle does not belong to the UPND in Northwestern Province or to any leader in UPND. Okay. Records are there. You can go to the Road Transport and Safety Agency. It will show you the first owner when that vehicle was imported into Zambia. And so we clarified matters. But again, it is a call to the media that can you report factual information? Can you give members of the public factual? We don't want to be playing politics here. And it is so sad that now the opposition and some, in quotes, some TV or radio or print media want to hijack the position of the opposition by playing politics.
Okay.
Now it is like when you're involved in an accident. People now, no one plans for an accident. No one plans for an accident. But now it is like any accident, you want to attribute it to the UPND. That is not how it's supposed to be. You cannot downplay or accuse an innocent political party, innocent members, law-abiding citizens to an issue of an accident. And I know, you've just said a member of the opposition or a leader of the opposition. We are talking about Hari Kalaba here, who is in Northwestern Province to campaign for the candidate in Kima Sarawat. That is the information that we have. And I'm praying that people out there should be having this information. So when Hari arrived in Solwezi, pictures were all over social media, nishivaresunke ichola tata, but nishiwafuma fimurusa kabaya panani, pa Solwezi hapa, ichola ichikulu, that he has arrived in Solwezi to campaign for the candidate. And we welcomed him. My good people of Northwestern, good people of Solwezi, welcomed Hari Kalaba. Tumfweko message yo batukweteri. Tumfwe bewasa kwamba kujiva bantu, ukongola bantu mukusala, wena kuya kumtima Sarawat. Bano ponga hapa twamvamba no, oba fikire pa airport vaya mkipwiru Katolika. Pakulupuka naye motoka ibena kuya kukwe ya kunka bantu. Abo amba no, aye motoka yajinga kubatageta mo, which is not true, my brother. I'm having difficulties, to understand the kind of politics that the opposition, but again, it is a sign that when he arrived in Solwezi, he saw the mood and he saw that the UPND is very strong on the ground, because I know government chief whip is leading those campaigns. Honorable Mulusa. Not forgetting the Mushindamo mayor, Peter Ilunga. These are people that are marshalling that defense. If it is in football, you can talk about marshalling the defense, making sure that the opponent does not score. And when he arrived, probably when he arrived in Solwezi, he saw that, okay, tete tu imyange, wa UPND na wa geta, na wa wina. So what can we do? Let us fabricate a story. That story is very false, very malicious, and it is not damaging on our part as UPND, because my leaders in Northwestern went to the police and they discovered that that vehicle does not belong to us and the driver is not a member of the UPND. And here we are, we want to put it on record that ngozi ni ngozi, accident imachitika paliponse, songa zina mizira ngozi kuti achitania. We are asking Hari Kalaba, Max Tongu and others in CF that can you do civilized politics? Go on the ground, convince people, tell them why they should vote for your candidate, what plans the candidate has for the people of that particular ward. If you've got a candidate in Mfuwe, today it is nomination, go and do the nominations so that we can meet on the ground and sell our manifestos. Remember, UPND is not a violent political party. Issue-based, campaigns, issue-based, messages. Take the message to the people. Tell them why they should believe in you. Tell them why they should vote for you. Not accusing people innocently. Palasi mzaka pesa chape muntu, apita nanjira, inzi ya mungena mumpuna ati inzi waituma na UPND. Palasi mzambo mvera kutati muntu makokroche akapaka mnyumba, these cockroaches have been sent by the UPND. Because that is why we are going. There is no way that a vehicle on the road, it carries off, and the police issued a statement. They said as a result of excessive speeding.
I do have the police statement, Mr. Chfokolo. Maybe let me read it in brief or in part.
Read it and let's see where the UPND is coming. And also allow me to read that statement from that named TV station, because I've got a date with them. I will go and talk to them nicely.
Okay, police statement, July 8th, 2025. The Zambia Police Service through Kiawama Police Station wishes to confirm having received the report of the road traffic accident RTA, which occurred today, meaning yesterday on the 8th, around 12:30 hours. The incident took place at Kawanda Kimasala Road Junction, opposite Solwezi Day Secondary School, involving a motor vehicle and 3 pedestrians. The accident involved a Mercedes-Benz ML4 bearing registration number ACX 9047, which was being driven by Mel Joseph Ilela, age 33, of Kimasala Compound, Solwezi. Preliminary investigations indicate that the driver, due to excessive speed, failed to control the motor vehicle while turning from Kawanda into Kimasala Road, and in the process hit 3 pedestrians who were exiting the church building at St. Stephen's Roman Catholic Church. The victims have been identified as follows. Female Jennifer Mataulushi, age 54, who complained of general body pains. Female Elizabeth Mataushi, age 52, who sustained a fractured hand. A female juvenile, age 9, who sustained a cut on the left hand, bruises on the right thigh, and general body pains. All 3 victims were rushed to Solwezi General Hospital, where they are currently admitted and reported to be in stable conditions. Now, brief facts of the matter are that the motor vehicle was being driven along Kawanda Road from south to north while attempting to join Kimasala Muzawula Road. The driver lost control due to excessive speed and ran into the pedestrians who were coming out of a church gathering that was reportedly also attended by Mr. Harry Kalaba, the opposition party leader of the Citizens First Party. So these are some of the brief facts. However, Mr. Harry Kalaba has been mentioned in this particular story, but he's not one of the victims that were...
That is where we have challenges. So, already, and even the videos that we've seen on social media is showing a woman lying on the ground and being helped. I was thinking that maybe
Okay.
because the way the story was coming out, that he survived a hit and run.
Who was spreading this particular story?
Wow, a named TV station.
Okay.
Here in Lusaka, which has got 3 reporters within Lusaka.
Okay.
It has got no reporter outside Lusaka.
Okay.
They have got no bureaus. You and I have worked for TV stations where we had reporters in all the provinces.
Exactly.
And the stories were coming. And now this particular, let me read.
Okay.
So that you appreciate.
Okay.
The headline was, Kalaba survives hit and run attempts in Solwezi as a red mob arrest driver.
Okay.
It's only that we as UPND, these are petty issues. If we wanted, we would have followed this issue to its logic conclusion, so that the name of the UPND, by bringing the name of the UPND, people should account. Okay. Because you are trying to damage a good name, the name of the UPND. And as people in the media, we're not going to sit idle. No wonder I've said this particular, media house has a date with me, and I'm going to say it in their face. And I don't want to, because there are people who will be saying, but why are you mentioning that name? Because a representative is not there to respond or defend themselves. So never twalira, okay? Never twalira information, so that I see how they're going to defend themselves. So an irate mob was apprehended, an unknown driver of an ML Mercedes-Benz.
That's according to a story.
In green t-shirt, who is alleged to have aimed, at hitting Citizens First President Harry Kalaba in Solwezi. I'll be reading in brief, then I need to admit. Okay. My brother, that is why there was a time Emmanuel Mwamba was leading a group of protesters, others will say in the name of solidarity, at Woodlands police station. And he was seated. Behind him there were people who were singing. Police went and told them, say, can you move? According to the police, it's 3 times. And in that video, we could see police officers engaging Emmanuel Mwamba and those who were protesting 3 times. Next, they fired tear gas. Emmanuel Mwamba came and said they were firing live bullets which went over his head. And I argued, I said, stop lying, because behind you were people standing. If a bullet yakupita pa mtu, igwe sali kumbuyo. So here we are told that the vehicle was targeting Citizens First leader Harry Kalaba. But the woman, those 3 who were bashed, were not in the entourage of Harry Kalaba. So if indeed the vehicle was targeting Harry Kalaba, it was supposed to hit one of his security personnel.
Okay.
That is how you need to look at it. If indeed the vehicle was targeting Harry Kalaba, today we would have been talking about either a campaign manager or a security personnel or somebody who was in entourage of Harry Kalaba being bashed. But because it was an accident, it bashed innocent people. People were just coming from the church. And the fact that Kalaba was also coming from the church, it does not mean he was the target.
Okay.
CF Copperbelt Provincial Chairperson Maynard Musonda, who was in Mr. Kalaba's entourage, also sustained a fractured arm and leg. He's not in the report.
That name is not in the report.
This name of Mr. Musonda, he has not been captured.
No, it's not in
But in this story, which was running at this particular TV station here in Lusaka, they have mentioned Mr. Musonda, who has not been mentioned by the police. He was not among the injured.
Not at all.
Only 3 females were injured. Here we are, you discover that there's a man mentioned that was injured. Not only that, Kalaba and his team were taking a brisk walk from St. Stephen's Catholic Church, where they had gone to pay a courtesy call on Catholic priest Father Zulu. There, people went to attend a church service or mass. Here, it is talking about him paying a courtesy call. Kalaba, who escaped and hurt, has been evacuated to a safe place. Speaking to a reporter of this particular TV station in a telephone interview, Kalaba said information emerging suggests that the suspected vehicle in question is believed to belong to the UPND provincial IPS. Very damaging.
Okay.
And my brothers, the top IPS and the vice, I've talked about top IPS, Mr. Mbasela, and the vice, Mr. Kazadi, went to the police and they even had an interview. They questioned that person, are you a member of UPND? It was discovered that the guy is non-partisan. What happened? The police were there, and that is why the police have even issued a statement. Very sad that that a media house wants to be a political mouthpiece of this particular leader in Harry Kalaba. So it is not true. UPND is nowhere near that accident. Our leaders in Northwestern have got other things to do. The word by-election Kimasala, containing the fracas that is happening in Kikonge, as well as in Kasempa, over the issues of God. So it is my appeal to the media houses that cannot be factual. If indeed you are tired working in the media and you want to do politics, come. I'm an example. I was in the media. Okay, I've worked for private TV stations. If you go to social media, my interviews are there, where I was interviewing people. And now I am in politics, full-time politics, part of the media team. So if you are in the media and you are aligned to a political party and you feel that this political party is not doing enough, can you please come out of that TV station, come out of that radio station, stop writing in that newspaper. Let us meet on the political ground so that we can do politics, factual politics, not politics of propaganda, politics of name calling, politics of involving innocent individuals, people that are busy enjoying their cup of coffee or tea, or they are busy harvesting in their farms. then you bring their name that is the owner of this vehicle. Come out. Let us meet in the political arena and do politics. Stop hiding in the name of a TV station or a radio station. Come out. Let us do politics.
Okay. Okay. Dear viewers, please come through. You can give us a call, or better still, you can send us a text message, or let's engage on our social media platforms. I can see comments coming through on our social media platform, which is Facebook. Thank you so much. We'll be reading your comments much later. Mr. Chifokolo, let's go to MUVOMBO, still in Northwestern Province. Lives were lost, and we saw that Zambian citizens who went there to mine, who are illegal miners, quote unquote, they were dispersed. However, there are some reports suggesting that there were some killings happening amongst the miners themselves, and there were acts of robbery taking place amongst the miners themselves. And also, the earth was collapsing on these particular miners due to lack of specialized equipment and also experience on how to mine. Let me begin to get your thought. You are youthful yourself, and obviously those involved at Kikonge mine were youths. How do you look at this particular matter?
First of all, allow me to join the President in sending a message of condolences to the families of the three who died in Kikonge as a result of them trying to mine gold in Kikonge. Again, it is an appeal to media houses. Media houses, including those who wanted to stand in Munali on UPND ticket, the fact that they were not adopted, today they are busy trying to tarnish the image of the UPND, busy running stories, even calling their own people, trying to give a report that 18 or 15 people have died in Kikonge, which is far from reality. The number of people that have died is 3, and as UPND we are concerned with the death of the 3, that no one should die or no one should be killed. We need to pursue the route of engagement, reasoning together, and finding an amicable way of resolving these issues. Again, the media is coming in as a result of them trying the propaganda. Because I saw Amundubire insisting that the number is 18. I saw Lunte, member of parliament, insisting that the number was 15. Even when the 3 ministers, the Minister of Defense, the Minister of Home Affairs, and the provincial minister visited the site and confirmed that only 3 people, again I will repeat, that a media house within Lusaka, without a single reporter, in the entire Northwestern Province, running with a narrative of 15 people dying, when the state has got Zanis, when the state has got people, even the intelligence, who are reporters right on the ground, and they have given a report, but you still want to go ahead as a media house and continue with the narrative of 18 or 15 people dying, which is not supposed to be the case. So, government has been talking about illegal mining, and it's good that people are even bringing out that video when my president, Hakainde Hichilema, back in the opposition, hosted some Jerabos from the Copper Belt. And one of the guys asked the president, what is your plan on the small-scale miners? And the president talked about helping the small-scale miners in terms of licensing and also equipment to do self-mining. The president talked about giving mining licenses to the Jerabos or the youths, that you can even use that license as a capital to venture into an agreement with people with money. You've got a document. Somebody is coming with money. You can partner and do mining. And that stone by the president has continued even up to now. That is why those that have been doing illegal mining have been told, can you formalize your operations? Can you register? Can you form cooperatives so that you can do the mining? But our people don't want. Let me tell you, Tapero Joe Smart,
yes,
that when gold was discovered in Kasempa, in Dengwe, I am one of the first people that went to Kasempa to check what was happening. Tapero Josmata, where you see 10 people standing in a gold mine or doing illegal gold mining, out of 10, you discover that there are only 3 Zambians, the rest are foreigners. That is the reality. I saw it, and I can even tell you that that is the same which is happening even in Mufungwe. These people from the opposition who are saying Zambian youths are being killed. No, they are just trying. Let them check again. There is a guy who has been in Mufungwe. He doesn't work for, he's not a member of the UPND. He doesn't work for any radio TV station, but he has been giving reports. In one of the videos, he's saying if we had machinery as Zambian youths, we would have mined gold. But today the people that are mining are foreigners because they've got machines. So you here in Lusaka, you are busy complaining that abantu besubalebe pai. Zambians are dying, when actually they are not Zambians, these are foreigners. And it is my appeal to Mr. Banda. It is my appeal to the immigration that can you take keen interest, see what is happening in Mufungwe, see what is happening in Kasempa. You discover that majority of the people out there are not even Zambians, these are foreigners. And not only that, you saw when the 3 ministers visited, there were tipper trucks there, there was an excavator, and even guns were discovered or confiscated from people. So you have people in the name of finding survival, but they are with guns. Tapero Josimata, if you go to Congo today, there are areas that are rich in minerals and they are in the hands of the rebels. This is the fact. Go to Congo today, go to Angola. There are areas in Angola rich in minerals and they are in the hands of the military people, the rebels. So is it what you want us to have in Zambia, that in Mufungwe we have a rebel group because there were guns discovered and the government should just sit idle? No. The duty of government is to protect lives and to protect properties. What is happening in Kikonge, what is happening in Dengwe, is that the foreigners, criminals, are the ones that have invaded. And I've got colleagues even in the opposition that are dealing in gold. Their people are on the ground there. They are the ones that are mining on behalf of these youth chairpersons of political parties because they are dealing in gold, and they know that when government moves in to formalize everything, they won't have it easy because it will be difficult for them to do mining because the locals themselves will be given licenses to do mining. It is my call that as government should take this thing very seriously and make sure that foreigners are not there, and if the time comes to give licenses or cooperatives, let the locals benefit, unlike what is happening where foreigners are the ones with machines. Foreigner, tell me, balongo ba mikoko kumfungu nge bakonsha kupota tipa. Tell me, balongo ba minge bakonsha kupota excavator. But these are machineries that were discovered. Nangwa detector, gold detector machine, it is fetching 400, 600 watt. Balongo ba mikoko kumfumbwe. Kechiba konsha kupota aya machine ne. Bajina machine kema foreigners wafuma ku Tanzania, wafuma ku Malawi, wafuma ku Zimbabwe. I was with them. I was there. I went. I'll share videos with you. Pictures, but they're not for public consumption. It's just for you to see and say, Kashi mwante marifika kona Kasempa. I want to verify.
I need to verify.
You need to. I'll give you the videos and pictures. Tapero Josmart.
Yes, sir.
From the junction to Dengwe, we walked from 16, arriving at the very mine past midnight, walking on foot, non-stop.
It's that far?
I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling you. So, and the people that I discovered there, walongoba menekika onde, kewa konsha na kwamba kinyanja na ngwa kibemu. I started engaging. Na muona chemunaona, huyu na achimwene mulipo. We start conversating in Chicheo. And I discovered that this guy is coming from Malawi.
Okay.
And it is a cartel. And these are the people that have been doing it. There is even a video I'll share with you of that white guy with a gold detector machine. So majority of people that are in Mfungwe, that are in Kasempa, are not actually Zambians. There is no government that will take pride in killing its own people. Our job is to protect our people, and that is why even the very people in Mfumbwe, the very people in Kasempa were told, can you move out? Can you register? Once you register as a cooperative, then you can go on the ground and do mining safe. Because even the people that have died, others, we reported of people that have died as a result of the earth, caving in,
yes,
or collapsing on them, and they were buried. So, if indeed you give our people safe mining tactics or equipment, we are not going to be losing lives. But the opposition and the other people, including Lilian Mutambo, is that they want our people to continue dying as they engage in illegal mining and unsafe mining. They don't want government to come in and tell people, say, can you form cooperatives? Fish mulefai, or ni machinery. Oh, here, because of the soil, of the holes or pick, anything is possible. The earth can collapse on you and you die. So here, you need to use machinery. Where is machinery you can hire? You can hire machinery. We don't have capital. Government will come in and help these youths who are Zambians to do it. But hiding in the name of Zambians and allowing foreigners to be mining and terrorizing our people with guns, I think my call to the government is don't allow.
Okay.
Don't allow such.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Chifokolo, as we begin to wind up, let's quickly go to our social media platform and see what messages we do have there. Dear viewers, you can come through, call us. We are now taking calls, and you can contribute. We've missed a couple of phone calls there. Please come through and let's hear from you. Okay, Nelly B. Jean says people from Nali constituency are very wise. Malanje JJ says, well said, Mr. Chifokolo. Nelly B. Jean says most media houses in Zambia are man deceiving too. It's really sad. Okay, Mr. Charles Kaungu says my one and only brother from another mother, diesel propelled machine. Agrupa Banda says I'm watching from Lusaka, Holy City side. Okay. So we do have the following, but Mr. Chifokolo, as we go, let me get it from you. The Zambian people, their eyes are set in Mfuwe for the parliamentary by-election. Their eyes are also set for the ward by-election that will be taking place in Northwestern Province. Your word to UPND supporters, sympathizers, and the Zambian people at large, including the opposition, what kind of politics should be done in these particular areas that are going to have these elections?
I want to wish our candidate, Malama Mfunelo, all the best as he'll be fighting in his nominations today. Of course, he's being accompanied by leaders at the national level, including General Mosquito, the National Youth Chairperson, and others that are on the ground. Like it has been, as UPND, we don't want to change. We've had by-elections since we formed government, and we've gone into a by-election taking issue-based messages. Us in Mfuwe, it's just to ask people, just to remind them, issues of CDF, which is changing lives. And the other day I saw, Chama North, Member of Parliament, saying he has done a lot as a result of CDF. Yes, he's there. The story is there on his Facebook page. that he has done a lot as a result of CDF. There are a lot of projects that have been done in Chamanoth. This is a PF member of parliament, but when they are here in town, they want to show as if CDF is a scam. But right in his constituency, he's able to point at projects that have been done as a result of CDF. And so even in Mfue, that is in Mchinga province, we are going to talk to our people in Mfue. Issues of CDF, projects that have been done as a result of CDF, and young people that have been given a skill as a result of CDF. As we speak, Tapero Jos Mata, as a result of bursaries or being trained or given a skill, the Zambian government has trained over 200,000 youths.
Okay.
Are given not looking at names, not looking at regions, but looking at a Zambian. Not long ago, you had the council police officers doing a pass-out parade in Chalimbana. That is what we want to see. You've got students at the universities, not only 2 universities, but public universities, including those that were not captured previously in terms of meal allowances. Students being given meal allowances. And I want to believe that there are students that are coming from Mfue, Olaf Shimanda, at the University of Zambia, Copperbelt University, Palavana, Chalimbana, including Ridgeway campus, from Mfue, who are being given meal allowances. Hakainde Ichirema promised, and he has delivered. He's giving meal allowances to students. Mfue, Lavushimanda, there are students that are benefiting. To the opposition, that can you go with issue-based campaign? Don't use the film of ECL like we have seen in Kalurushi, where people are alleging, where Zaero in Given Lubinda, he is alleging that Hakainde Chirema Alefa Chitumbi. No, the president is on record saying, can we bury our former president with dignity? We have a burial site where 5 former presidents are lying. So ECL should also be laid to rest at embassy. That is the burial site. It's not that President Hakainde Chirema Alefa Chitumbi. No. It is just to give dignity to a former head of state. Others have said, no, you stripped him of his immunity, you stripped him of his benefits. Tapero Josimata, people should be good readers. The constitution is very clear that a former president, once he gets back to politics, it is the law that will act. That is why President Hakainde Chirema is not on record saying, because Varunguna Wabuera ma politics, so my benefits. It is the law that acted. It is the law that was activated by action. It's just like the vehicle. If you start the engine, you don't enter the gears or step on the accelerator, the vehicle won't move, even if the engine is running. But once you engage the gears, the vehicle started moving. So what ECL did was that he started the engine and engaged the vehicles, which is the constitution that acted and said, okay, according to the constitution, here it says once a former president gets back to active politics, no benefits. And so let us go to Mfue with the issue-based campaign messages, not to collab with Chitumbi, the way you are doing in Kalurushi, the likes of Brian Mundubire, the likes of Pastor Peter Chanda, who are saying not until Edgar Lungu is put to rest, don't vote for this. And Mwevena Kalurushi, Ninshoga to Mule voter for that word by election. Given in the Valand Rokavati, Bonsa Awaka votera, UPN if you were away. Ushavena Kalurushi if you were away. I don't believe so.
Okay. That
is why the member of parliament in Kalurushi is coming from the PF. But we have our very people, the DC there. Tamulifi were Mulatonkanya. You reason, you are able to read, you are able to follow current affairs. And so, can you show them that you reason, and that is the reason why you are voting for a UPND candidate in that ward by election. In Kimasala, we know that others sense defeat upon arrival at the airport. Nechchole Chikulu, kwati n'abaya ku fyalo but nishina abaya fe pasolwezi kyalo kya mali n'ekyolo ekikulu when he saw that the ground is not shifting, is very intact with the UP, and he had to fake and ask. Let me not say innocent. They are not innocent. These other media houses who are not innocent say, can you run the narrative that I was about to be assassinated? They are not innocent. So others sense the defeat already in Kimasala. We are just waiting to Kwenyuna in Kimasala. We are waiting to Kwenyuna in Karulush in that by-election. We are waiting to Kwenyuna in Southern Province where we are having that by-election. Again, leadership movement, can you go and sell your manifesto? Stop propaganda. Uja mutu mnawa na muntu kupanduka mutu. It was even correct. Palija Pep, no wonder I've asked that print media. Come out. We know that the owner is a politician. So come out and join him in doing politics, not hiding in the name of a media. Ulangiza muntu, ampandula mutu. I know these are leadership movement members who were attacked by the UP and in Southern Province. I challenged that newspaper. Can you take IBA to a word and show that we knew Pandula Mutu? Tuone ngatali moyo. Up to today.
Okay.
Wala bobo.
We have to go, Mr. Chifokolo. Thank you so much. I know it is a busy day for you.
Camnet, continue being factual.
Thank you, sir.
Continue the good job. If time will come when you want to join politics.
No, we're not politicians.
Please.
We're not politicians.
Continue being factual. Give people what is there. Not imoto kashabi achokamuse what yai. But as next you hear that no, Chifokolo is in Lavushmanda. When I'm here doing no, we've seen Chifokolo, he wanted to bash someone. Guys, ngozi.
Okay.
Let us do civil politics, clean politics, issue-based politics, and let us not tarnish each other's names.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Chifokolo, and thank you for those good wishes as Camnet will continue to be independent, factual, and objective in our reporting and in good standing with the citizens, the major stakeholders in all our broadcasting, and obviously the government of the day, and any particular government that comes or goes will be able to make sure that we are objective and factual. Thank you, Mr. Chifokolo, and thank you, the viewers out there, my director upstairs. Thank you so much for the extra minutes. We go now. I have been your host, Tapelo. Joe Smarter is my name. We'll see you when you see us. Good morning.